Michaela Renava on Radio Row. I am joined now by Dr. Jen Welter. She was the first female coach in the NFL. Kind of a big deal. Jen, thanks for talking with us today. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. You know, I have love for Nesson. I went to Boston College, so I spent my insanity years up before I realized that I'm just not good at cold. Right? Being from Florida, we used to go vacation up there, and I thought, man, it'd be so awesome to live up there. And I realized I really do have thin blood, but I do go back often, just not usually in the winter.
It is a lot warmer down here in Houston. Keep getting texts from friends and family saying that it is snowing in Boston. So totally know what you're saying, but another Boston College alum that is here, of course, Matt Ryan. What do you think of his play this season?
You know, he is just on fire. You can tell that the offense that they're running now obviously has changed a little bit and it suits him better, but his reads and his progressions really he's zoned in. It looks like he's cutting out a lot of the BS. He's been able to spread it around to some great receivers, and I mean their offense is on fire. It's electric and it's really fun to watch.
Would you give him the MVP or Tom Brady?
I would give him the MVP. I don't know if I'm going to give him the Super Bowl yet, but the play that he's had and the impact that he's had on that offense as a whole, the numbers that they put up, there's no question. Right? You have different kind of leaders that are amazing, and I would say that obviously those are two of the top ones right now. But Tom Brady missed 4 games. To do what he did after those 4 games, I think is ridiculous, and overcoming that could put him almost up in that MVP category because of it. But the Atlanta Falcons have not had an offense like that before or play from Matt Ryan before, so I'd have to go with him.
That's interesting. A lot of people seem to be saying that. The people that I've talked to say that Matt Ryan, they think, will be the MVP, but that Tom Brady will win the Super Bowl. Do you think that that's the consistency and the experience factor, that Tom Brady has been there, done that, and been successful?
Well, I think, you have 2 very different teams, and it goes past the quarterback, obviously. The quarterback-coach combination of Tom Brady and Belichick is a lot more mature. They know each other. They could probably swap lives and would not miss a beat. That's how well they know each other, and everything's been designed to accentuate those strengths. But one of the big things that comes into a big game like a Super Bowl, right? I had the honor of, I won 4, I played in a bunch of others, 2 gold medals, is that young teams, if they don't have the discipline to realize and manage that oh my gosh factor, and all of the factors that are outside, that's where a lot of them get into trouble. The Patriots are going to be that, man, we've been there before. We've done this. We know the routine. We know the rhythm. Tom Brady's not going to get too up, and they'll be consistent. So it's a hard thing to step into that new game because younger players, and I'm not saying like younger age-wise or whatever, but younger in that situation, tend to get almost like it's so excited, or you can't sleep that night before, right? And little things like that do become big games and big situations. So it'll be a lot on their coaching staff to really set those standards, keep them very level, and at the same time not quell that fiery Falcons team, because they really are, that's what makes them tick. But if they go too high, then they could burn themselves out.
And you mentioned that this is the strongest Falcons offense we've seen in a long time. It's being likened to the greatest show on turf. What do you think of that comparison?
I kind of hate comparisons a little bit, because it's like you want to have your own identity, and I hope that they're not taking on anybody else's identity. I like what they've done in the backfield. That's helped a lot, even the change of pace, so it's not just one. I know when you're the sole one out there, sometimes you don't ever want to come off the field, and then you realize how much more powerful you are. So that's been a change in their offense. Julio's obviously on fire, but their identity is different, and I hope they own their identity and don't compare themselves to others.
It should be an exciting game. And Dr. Welter, what are you up to these days? I know you have a book coming out.
Yes, I do. That has been quite a process. My book will come out in fall of 2017 by Seal Publishing, and it's called Play Big. And it's a motivational take on my story. Some of the things that got me through. As I say, you can't change the game or make history if you do things the way it's always been done. And as somebody who was told basically what I couldn't, shouldn't, and wouldn't do my whole life, I kind of had to play bigger than I was. And I hope that that's what people take from it.
Well, Dr. Welter, you are a huge inspiration, and I want to thank you for talking with us today. Thank you so much.
Anytime. And I should be back up in Boston. I think I'm going to do a camp that I designed. I launched it with the Washington Redskins in December, and it's getting people out on the field to get them to understand the game. So you kind of get to play it if you never got to, and rotate. We did it with all women, and we rotated them through every position. So I'm going to have to get you to come out.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I would love to do that. Maybe we can get our crews out and film it and everything.
It's supposed to be the day after the spring game. So to have the spring game and then get everybody out on the field and give them an opportunity to see how football fits together. As I say, it's full contact chess, but you got to know the pieces first.
Sweet. Well, I can't wait. Everyone stay tuned
Yes,
for that.
You got the invite, so you guys will know it.
All right. Thank you so much.
Cool.